everybody, and welcome to a very special NBL Overtime Thursday afternoon, wherever you might be. The countdown is well and truly on. The USA and the Boomers only hours away from playing in front of 55,000 people at Marvel Stadium. It's a huge weekend of basketball. World Cup not far away. The NBL season, the pre-season is in full flight, and we're joined on our very special guest today by two young men who have put the NBL even further onto the world stage. Before we get to these two talented young fellas, let's get to our... You know it's a special NBL Overtime when Corey Homicide Williams actually shows up. Our show on Tuesday, there was no homicide. Firstly, welcome, and where the hell were you?
Oh, man, I've been all over the country. First of all, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, man. You look good, mate. You've been working out?
Guy.
You've been working out?
Well, you already know what the motto is for that. You know, train to look good naked.
Yeah, all right.
Got to keep the body right. Got to keep your body right. The core has to be right. Let's say, for example, right now, we're like, look, let's just go to Greece and just go hop on the beach. You got to be ready for whatever. You get what I'm saying? You got to be ready for whatever. Might be a dope party in Europe, you know.
I tell you, Liam Santa Maria, I cannot wait till the New Zealand Breakers and Illawarra Hawks go to find their two main men next week, and they're in Mykonos with Corey Williams worrying about looking naked. Welcome to you, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, don't let him lead you astray. Bit cramped on the desk today, but great to have these guys in the studio.
Let's officially welcome these two men who, of course, changed, I think, the landscape of both the G League and the collegiate conversation around basketball. They decided to come to the NBL. I talk of LaMelo Ball, who's now joined the Illawarra Hawks, and RJ Hampton, New Zealand Breakers. Firstly, welcome to Australia and New Zealand. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
You doing good?
Doing good.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday,
happy
man.
birthday.
Happy birthday, man. You're 18 today, right?
Yeah.
Now, someone gave you a birthday cake at a press conference. Right. Now, I know in the US... Got to be 21 to have a drink and enjoy a little bit of life, man. But here in Australia, you're only 18. Now, we're not a birthday cake show. We're not a cupcake league, are we?
Definitely not. Well, we're going to get into that.
So you know what we're going to do, man? Look at this. You remember this? When you go to the NBA, you don't have to drink it right now. It's low carb. It's low carb. You can hold on. I'll sign it for you. When you're dominant in the NBA, you think about where your first beer came from and you remember me all these days, mate. Happy 18th birthday. Thank you, man. And welcome. Welcome. RJ, welcome to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How was the trip over?
It was cool. It was good.
Yeah?
Real long flight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Longest flight you've ever done?
No, I've been to China, but on the flight it was cool though, because it was at night, so I slept about 12 hours. 11 hours.
And RJ?
I had Wi-Fi, so I could text. Good. Do everything. I went to sleep.
Thanks.
And you got a spine-tingling welcome as well when you landed in New Zealand. The haka is such a beautiful part of the custom.
Was great.
How was it?
It was good. So I didn't even know that was gonna happen. So I got off the plane and there was like 40, 45 people just waiting for me. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Your welcome was spectacular. LaMelo, let's ask about your kind of first day in Wollongong, because it's been a bit of a sort of a topic of conversation, thinking, because Wollongong is a blue-collar town. The beaches are nice, it's a beautiful place, but the people, it's a blue-collar town, and you're from the glitz and glamour of California. Tell us about your first couple of days in that town.
You mean when I got off the flight?
Yeah.
They actually took me through the back door, so it was only like a little bit of media, and then some kids took a couple pictures, and then after that, got in the car, and then went to the crib. But on the way over there, was a dead kangaroo on the highway.
Oh, wow.
Welcome.
That's
crazy.
And what about just the people, like the guys on the team? RJ said earlier today that he thinks everyone's been really nice in New Zealand and Australia. But tell us about the people in Wollongong and your teammates.
Exactly the same. You know, everybody nice, genuine out there. It just seems like they all care about you.
Your head coach, Matt Flynn's here in the studio, so he's done a good job already, hasn't he?
Right, facts, yeah.
Well, you have to say that because he's here. Hey, you got straight on court, though.
Did you just confuse General Manager Matt Campbell with Matt Flynn?
I apologise. Now I'm confused. I'm nervous. LaMelo's got 4 million Instagram followers. I'm sure he's going to gram this out and I'm going to get a couple of extras. Straight on court, though. Straight on court. Let's move on. The beer thing fell flat. I've now confused the Illawarra Hawks hierarchy. Let's get on court. How are you enjoying being straight on court, man, with some teammates?
Definitely. It's, doing the sport I love with a great group of guys. So, yeah, it's everything I can ask for.
How excited are you for this thing? It's been a long build-up. When you make the announcement, when you make the decision, when you make the announcement, there's so much narrative, so much media, so much talk about it, and social media enhances everything to a new level. But in a situation such as, how excited are you just to get on court and let your basketball do the talking?
For sure excited. You know, it's the sport I love. Been playing since I was 3. So I'm just ready to get out there and play.
We're looking at some of these highlights, and of course, Drew League's been huge. I want to ask you, though, you hit a couple of near half-court shots. What goes through your mind when you're dribbling over half-court and you're like, I'm just going to let this thing fly?
Pretty much just the feel of the game, how I'm feeling. If I feel hot, I'm going to shoot it. That's pretty much it right there.
We're going to get to some of RJ's highlights for sure, but RJ, while these ones are rolling, what are your impressions of LaMelo's game? What do you like about what he brings to the table?
I just think like the main thing I like is probably like his feel for the game. Like it seems like he's never uncomfortable. He always knows what he wants to do. So that'd be the main thing. He knows like where his passes are and where his shots are.
And what about when you come up against him this season? Obviously, we're going to talk about coming up against the other point guards, but that's going to be a fun matchup. What are you going to look to try to take away or take advantage of against him?
I mean, just like I said, he's just make him feel uncomfortable, make him just try to contain him. You never really can just totally do anything to just like shut down, stop a guy because the guy's going to get his, but just contain him in the flow of the game and see if we come out with the win.
All right, Homicide, what do you got?
I'm going to just start it off like this. You guys have some big balls. To come to Australia. Super pause, right? But let's get down to it. You could have went to Asia somewhere. You probably could have went to Lithuania. Yeah. You could have went to college. Why Australia? Why go pro? Who's going first?
I got it. I just wanted to do it because I felt like I could compete at this level, and I felt like that was the best way for me to have an immediate impact in the NBA rather than going to college. I felt like just everything, like the pro strength and conditioning, pro players, pro coaching, would just get me ready for an immediate impact in the NBA.
Definitely, he touched a lot of key points, but just starting something new, you know. Don't really like being basic, so just going to college, doing the normal thing, normal tradition, wanted to try something new. And I feel it just set up like a whole new pathway for people.
I think you guys are trailblazers. I think you guys are leaders in your own right. But what you're doing right now, it's basically like that the NBL pretty much with the decisions that you both made, kidnapped 2 kids from the NCAA. So it's like you guys are really starting a serious wave because you guys are so respected in your age group. Guys a little bit older than you and most of the guys younger than you. So you guys are leaders of the new school is what I'm going to call you. Depending on how this experience goes for you both, do you really understand how many other kids are going to do this pathway? You understand what I'm saying? Right. So, like,
for sure.
There's a lot of pressure on you guys. This ain't a cupcake league. You're not going to... This ain't high school. This ain't college. This is pros. There ain't a night off in this league. Are you ready for that?
No.
There ain't a night off.
Right.
You're playing against guys that got to pay rent. You're playing against guys that got families to feed. If they not with their baby mother or wife, it's child support. They not letting you get off. They're not going to let you. You see them highlights? Cut them out. That ain't it. What's going to separate you then when you hit that? Every week that's coming at y'all both. Who going first?
I'd go. The league is physical. The league is going to be physical. It's going to be a grind. But I feel like if you got skill and you got mental toughness and feel for the game, I mean, my dad always told me you can't hit what you can't see. So outsmart people, outwork people. That's all I can say.
All right. You?
Definitely just outworking. Like, people make it seem like me and RJ not doing nothing, but, you know, we working just as hard. We're going to go at them just as hard as they're going at us. So.
The other night, Cam and I were chatting with Darryl McDonald. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, D-Mac, but he's an absolute legend of this league, one of the best point guards we've ever seen in this league. And New York City, just like Corey, a New York City playground legend. He was known as Mr. Excitement around Rucker Park and the like. And he came here in the mid-90s and tore the league up. And we asked him, take us back to that period of time when you were the man in this league, one of the best point guards, you're in your mid-20s, late 20s. If a couple of teenagers who had the kind of hype that you guys have and the potential and where you're going with your career came to this league and were kind of coming up against you, what would you be thinking? And he said, honestly, I love that they're coming, but I would be licking my chops. And the main reason he said is because this is my turf. I've got to protect my turf. These guys aren't going to put me on their highlight reels. Knowing that you're going into that kind of mentality with these guys, how do you plan to attack that? I mean, is it you looking to sort of draw early fouls on guys at the start of the game? Are you going to talk some smack? Or what's your approach to dealing with that mentality that those other guys are going to have?
I mean, I just feel like they got to step in between the lines just the same as we do. So, I mean, yeah, they can be 10 years older than us, 12 years older than us, but that don't, I feel like I've got enough basketball where I can make an impact at this league, even at 18. So, it's really up for me.
At the end of the day, it's just basketball. You know, you both got to play the game. So that's.
I like that. I like that. You guys have a whole lot of confidence. I really like that.
Hey, before
Who's
you
the
go,
point guard? Who is the point guard? Who's the top? Name the top 3 point guards in this league.
Bryce Cotton.
Not you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Either one of you.
Oh,
Casper.
I know Casper for sure.
That's all. You ain't done your homework. Preparation is power. That's a 2 guard. You ain't done your homework.
What about Melo Trimble? What is he?
That's a 1.
Is he tough?
Okay, yeah. But I said name the top 3. You ain't done your homework. Preparation is power. You need to know, you need to educate yourself and know what you're up against first. Dissect it. You know, guess what? If I'm your age and your age, you know what I'm going to do? If I'm watching you guys in back at home, I'm going to watch y'all highlights. I'm going to watch y'all games.
well, you know what?
I'm going to scout you so when I get a chance to run up on you, I know what you like.
Hey, Homicide, let's help the boys
Don't
out.
think this is a cupcake league. Come in here correct.
Let's help.
I want you guys to do really well. This is very important. Listen to what I'm saying. I want you guys to do really well. We all want you to do really well. Do your homework. Do not go into a gunfight with a knife.
Well, let's start. Let's start right now. Fire it. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of some of the top point guards around the league.
I didn't even know this was happening.
Yeah, well, if you had to shut up for a second, I would have been able to tell you. It's Casper Ware.
Casper right there. Yeah, Casper tough.
And you played against Casper recently.
I ain't played against.
Tell us about going up against Casper, LaMelo, and what kind of a challenge he presents.
Yeah, definitely a great player. You know, he get his team going. Definitely a good player.
What do you need to do when you play against him to be successful?
Mostly just get the ball out of his hands and then let somebody else make a play.
It's tough.
You've been making plays for a little while too.
How tall is he? 6'2".
Like 6'1"?
Yeah, he's not huge, but he's strong, real strong.
Yeah,
one of the best defenders in the league. Has come in 3 straight All-League first team, led the team to the championship. He's going to crawl in. There's a couple of other guys that are going to crawl in. One's an Australian, Damian Martin. I don't know if his highlights are coming next. Have you heard of Damian Martin in Perth?
No.
The best defensive. This is Melo Trimble. Let's start with him.
I remember him at Maryland.
What do you know about Melo?
I just remember watching him as a
Maryland,
freshman
yeah.
season at Maryland.
Right.
And I knew he was over here this year, though.
Yeah, he had a really good season last season. But the point is, educate yourself. Don't go in here feeling like, this ain't America. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect to you both. Nobody really knows y'all game here. You coming over here to work and to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys, both of you, have worked and proven yourself, but you guys are the big dogs at home. You know what I'm saying? You're leaders of the new school. You guys are here. This is a whole different region of the world. There's a big target on your back. The whole world is watching. Streets is watching for real. The world is watching. So just prepare yourselves before going to battle. It's very important.
When you look at these highlights, Melo Trimble, who you would have seen as you touched on it at Maryland, and Casper, does it excite you? Does it get you the competitive juices flowing? Going to go against guys who you've seen a little bit play, and you know they are successful in their own right. As we have a look at this, and
These are Damian Martin highlights.
No, yeah, for sure. It definitely gets you excited
Yep.
because, you want to compete with all of these guys, and you want to get the best of them. You want to get the best of you, and I feel like if me and Melo come in at 18, get the best of one of these guys, it's looked better upon as if he comes down and gets a bucket on us. So I feel like if we just come in and play hard, you play hard, good things happen. So that's all I can say.
Have you boys been surprised by the conversation around? It's gone to a new level. And when you announced the decisions you did on national television programs in the United States, of course it's going to have a huge amount of media scrutiny. But are you surprised by the amount of conversations that continue to bubble along about the decisions you've made? And I guess you're welcome to the league, or were you ready for everyone dissecting it in every single which way?
Pretty much ready for it. Everybody got an opinion, so that's that.
RJ?
Yeah, I mean, everyone had an opinion. Everyone was dissecting our decisions, and I mean, I kind of knew it was going to get some big media attention just because we was one of the first people that really just chose to do this. So, I mean.
Let me jump in real quick, Cam. Obviously, the big thing for you guys this year is development, right? You're off to massive places in the future, and it's about what you get done in the next 6 months in development. You spoke yesterday in Illawarra about I'm here for the basketball. Right. Your head coach Matt Flynn, who is not in the studio right now, he said, "Look, I'm passionate about development. LaMelo's passionate about development." You said recently, if I develop how I know I'm going to, we're going to be contenders. Sure. Coming up soon in a few weeks is the Blitz, and it's going to be full. I mean, I'm already getting hit up with messages from scouts and GMs and people in the States saying, what hotel do I stay at in Hobart? I'm coming down. It's going to be packed. Last time we saw that was for Terrence Ferguson 3 years ago. They're going to be breaking down your game. And those scouts at the Blitz are going to be reporting back on where you guys are at, right? Where your body's at, where your skill set's at, what you need to work on. From what they report back in a couple of weeks from the Blitz to what they will report back 6 months from now, late in the season when you've done all that development, what do you think will be different? What do you think they'll be writing down that will be different, that you will have changed about your body and about your game over the next 6 months?
I mean, for sure. I've never been the fastest player, the biggest player, the tallest player. I've always just worked on my skill and my IQ, so I feel like that'll take care of itself, keep getting sharp on that. But I want them to see, like, when they get here, my body, and when in 6 months, where my body's at. So I've been working with the strength and conditioning coach since I've gotten here, and he's got me on a plan to just put some weight on and get bigger. Not like huge, but just get some muscle on me.
And you're eating a lot?
For sure.
Well, what about you, LaMelo? You've spoken about strength and conditioning, and you've spoken that as being a big reason why you've went to the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely to get bigger, put some weight on. Hopefully get to like 200 or something, point guard.
Where you at right now, size-wise?
180.
And you?
Like
about the
180.
same? Okay.
The other question, LaMelo, people, they talk about defense, right, with you. What do you want to show this season in that regard?
Definitely defense, just all around, steals, on ball, help D, just pretty much everything.
Let's play a game. It's called, what are they calling it? NBA or nah? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to show you some players, and you're going to tell us if they played NBA or not.
They're from the NBL? They're from the NBL?
Yeah, NBL players?
Yes.
We'll see if they play
NBA or nah?
Okay. Andrew Gase, NBA?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I thought it was now.
Nah, not now. No, their whole career. In fact, that was probably before you were born. You won a championship.
That's why I was like, I thought it was all like current players in the NBA.
Nah, all right. Let's fire again. Second one.
Sam McKinnon.
Nah.
Sam McKinnon.
Why nah? Why?
I'm going to say nah, too.
I also don't think he plays in the NBA.
That's a big boy.
Everybody big.
Yeah. There you go. Well, that's a win.
Okay, that's a win.
He didn't play in the NBA. Good. There you go. We've got the cross there. All right. Simon Dwight.
The landlord.
The landlord, his name was?
We can answer anytime.
Anytime.
Nah, he ain't play.
He didn't play?
Let's say yeah.
Why no?
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. He just like he didn't play.
Hey, it doesn't matter how. It's how many.
Hey, should have.
He
Got the offer.
He did.
Didn't take it.
Didn't go. All right. Next up.
Should have been a Charlotte Hornet.
Mark Bradkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played.
He played?
He played.
What do you know about? Oh, come on, too quick. Did you know that already?
Yeah, I knew him.
Oh, what did you know about him?
I just saw him on 2K one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Benno.
Oh, they won't get this. The general.
Don't be fooled by the haircut. This guy can play.
Hold on.
I feel like no, but I'm going to say yeah.
I feel like he had like a little stint. Nah, he didn't play.
He didn't play.
He was very good, though.
Dude, he was.
He was very good.
He was. He was. But I like your idea. All right, who we got here?
Yeah, he played.
He played?
What do you know about him?
It's yes, no every time.
Oh, no. He played, though.
It's yes, no.
Everybody lit for him.
Yes, no. Yes and no. And yes
You reckon?
and no.
Reckon about it?
Yes and no.
So you think we're smart enough to have a theory? We're not. We're just throwing random photos out.
Sure.
Nah.
What do you think, LaMelo? Oh, come on, too quick.
That was
All right, have we got anyone else up? Oh,
Oh,
Breakers.
you should know this. This is
Yeah, he played for sure in the NBA.
I'm saying no.
He had a great collegiate career.
Wisconsin. He's a Badger.
No, yeah, he played in the NBA.
LaMelo says no. Why not?
You
He
just
said
hate
yes, so I said no.
He just hated him.
He's just hating on the Breakers.
One of us got to be
Somebody
right.
gonna be right.
Yeah. Turn me
Yeah.
up.
Oh, he's on the Clippers?
I thought that was Joe Ingles.
This is Sean Marks,
Yes.
Kiwi legend.
He was tough.
Oh, you know a bit about him.
Yeah, he played for sure. I forgot what team though.
Just
Spurs.
This is Texas.
you did the right thing because he's an NBA GM right now with the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, hey!
Hold on. Hold on. This is a grey area.
This is
This is a grey
what do you
area.
reckon, boys?
Let me see the cut.
Did he play NBA?
He said no when he came in, right?
Yeah, he
I thought he
did.
said no when he came
I thought no. He said
in.
minors.
He said I had it. He said I was just like
No.
you. Should go JJ. Kill this, kill that.
Nah, he didn't.
Just that route, like the minor leagues. I got a stint. He was in.
No, so there is a grey area here.
No grey area. Roll it. Come
Did you
on.
play in grey?
Raptors.
Hey!
Hey, I thought that was Master P.
23.
He had played.
Anyone else? Oh, hey.
Liam.
Ooh.
Liam.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking.
I gotta know. I don't think.
Yeah. Be respectful. Unlucky. He was very
Very unlucky.
Could have.
What? You had an offer.
Could have
but you said no,
photoshopped or something. I would have thought.
There you go. Actually did pretty well there on NBL or NBA or nah, right?
I got a question for you.
Just me.
Li Ning.
Li Ning, okay.
You got a multi-year deal with Li Ning. Why Li Ning? Why now? And why not wait till the NBA to sign a contract with another company? Because I'm pretty sure if Li Ning came, the Nikes of the world was there, Under Armour, Adidas.
I just felt that Li Ning was the best company for me because, I mean, you could name so many people on Nike, so many people on Under Armour, Adidas, and I mean, off the top of your head, who can you name off Li Ning? D-Wade and CJ McCollum.
Yeah, I couldn't even name CJ.
You see, like that.
Right.
So people know a lot as like Li Ning is, oh, that's the shoe company RJ Hampton signed with, instead of being just one of those guys on Nike. So, and then the reason we did it this year is just you making the money a year early. So you getting that taste of branding globally your shoe while I'm in the NBL before I get to the league. So that was kind of our thinking in it.
That's dope.
Hey, you got a talented family. Who wins in the driveway when you're just at home, going some one-on-one and you're shooting hoops?
Driveway. In the backyard.
Yeah. You?
We ain't
You
played
bet
in
you-
a minute.
No?
To be honest, yeah, everybody been different places.
All over the place.
Yeah, so.
Actually, that leads me into another question about mentors. When Terrence Ferguson was here, he had Jerome Randall. Do you know Jerome Randall?
I heard of it.
Legendary Chicago point guard. Never made the league, but should have. MVP of this league. And he kind of took him under his wing and helped him through that season on his way to the NBA. Who do you think is going to be that kind of... I mean, you've obviously got your brother who's had that experience and your dad's played pro and whatnot, but on your team, week in, week out, at practice, I mean, is it going to be JB? Is it going to be Aaron Brooks for you?
For the team.
For you individually.
Oh, individually, I got my guy JJ. So, yeah, that's
Tell us about him and what influence he has on you.
my senior year, he was my coach at Spire, and now just family now.
What
Been with me the whole way now.
What kind of things does he talk to you about in that sense?
Just everything I could think of, pretty much. Just helping the whole way, getting me better, all that, eating.
Yeah. So like I got my dad, of course, and my family, but my guy Aaron, he been like training me and just being there for me like since probably like the 7th grade. So he comes down on Friday actually, so he'll get here Sunday. He's leaving from Houston. So it's same thing like LaMelo with JJ, same kind of thing.
Are you gonna, like a guy like Scotty Hopson, you're gonna look to tap into his knowledge?
For sure, Scotty,
Yeah.
Sec, Corey, all the guys. I think my locker's next to Tom. I forgot to say his name.
Abercrombie.
Abercrombie.
Yeah.
So I know he's been with the Breakers forever, so he can definitely give me some good tips on just how to be a pro.
Marvel Stadium tonight, 55,000 people, USA, and the Australian Boomers continue to tune up for the World Cup in China later in the month. And you boys are going. Are you looking forward to how it's going to play out and how exciting it's going to be? Because as hoop fans
Yeah,
here in
most
Australia,
definitely.
we're pumped.
For
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good game, I think. But I feel like USA gonna pull out.
What do you make of the USA team? There's been a little bit of talk about who isn't here, but it's such a talented roster as well.
I feel like they always gonna be good because it's still the NBA. So whoever they pick, I feel it's still gonna be good talent.
You ever been to, and it happens a little bit, I saw in the NCAA, in the collegiate ranks over there, Final Fours and all the rest of it, but have you ever been to a basketball game within a football stadium before?
I have.
You have?
Cowboy Stadium.
Cowboy Stadium's a little bit bigger, but
100,000.
Yes, I know. You've one up me here. We don't have the Jumbotron. We don't have the Jerry Jones Jumbotron that goes the whole way, but it's still going to be cool. The boys are going to be there. Any last thoughts? Obviously you're doing such a great job with media, but pre-season's underway. How excited are you now that you're only a couple of weeks away from getting on court and giving this thing a real crack?
Yeah, for sure excited. That much closer to our dream, and then start playing. So just get into it.
Like you said, just keep grinding, keep working, and just ready for the season, to be honest.
All right.
Keep working, keep grinding. Great things ahead of you guys, one day at a time.
If you
Good
ever
luck.
need an Australian mentor to help you with homework, don't look at him because he does nothing. He just rolls in and just lets it fly. Homework? Man, he's preaching homework to you boys. He comes in. He hasn't bought a piece of paper in NBL Overtime since he started 12 months ago.
Don't need none. Don't need none.
Got it
Straight up.
Hey, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you for coming.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Thank you.
Word.
Appreciate
Good
it.
luck, man.
Big shout out.
Appreciate
Big
it.
shout out to Matty Campbell, live studio audience. I appreciate that. Can't wait for USA. Who wins tonight?
Come on, man. USA.
Yeah, for sure.
Early.
Are you thinking about
Are
it?
you relenting?
I'm thinking about it.
Come on,
Come on, man.
Let me tell you, this is
You
what be
are.
happening on the show.
Hold on.
I'll be right here doing this.
You-
They be on the fence.
he wasn't even
So
talking
am I.
about it.
Hold on. You say the Boomers are not without a hope of
Yeah, you
winning,
said
They're
that.
not winning.
but they're not without a hope.
Not tonight.
When?
Nah,
It's for sure 15 plus.
15 plus for sure.
They for
15
sure
plus.
losing tonight.
15.
I'll take that.
I'll
take that action.
Hey, when the squad's
I'm
got
gonna take
announced,
that action.
when they had James Harden and Anthony Davis,
It'd
the
have
was
been,
involved.
it'd have been by 60.
Yeah, Liam said the Boomers will win one of these games.
come
I
on,
want that on the record.
They would have beat James Harden in them?
That's what he said.
Well, at that time we had Ben Simmons and Thon Maker and
But
John
you
But
said James Harden.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
hey, you got no love for the green and gold?
I think the Boomers.
Hey.
I think.
Stand out the camera and say we've got no hope.
I think the Boomers will lose by
I'm New
9
Zealand.
tonight,
I don't-
and I think they'll lose by
New Zealand.
17 on Saturday. I think their games will be close in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think Saturday. There's the US do the State of Crown Friday night in Melbourne.
Second game will
Do you
be
know,
close.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be like
First
Hang on,
today we win.
hang on.
First week,
Hang on,
that's
all.
like
That's it.
chilling. They're going to.
That's all.
Hey,
There's a
guys,
bit happening in this town.
You're suggesting the NBL Overtime after party we're throwing for the USA team, they're all going to come and it's going to help the Boomers on Saturday.
I'm saying I'm take some of that action. 15 plus.
Boom, there you go. On that note, we're out of here. Enjoy the games, enjoy the weekends, boys. Thank you. We'll
Thanks,
catch up
guys.
over the course of the year. Hashtag NBL Overtime to get involved. Our live studio audience as well. How about that?
That's what we got to do. You got to roll in here with a crew.
Yeah,
That's
the
how we're
first
going to
time.
liven this thing up.
Boom, love it. On that note, enjoy the games this weekend. We'll see you soon.
Peace.